Respected delegates, greetings of the day. I am privileged for giving this opportunity to speak on this webinar. I congratulate the organizers at GP Porwal College at Sindagi. This topic, COVID-19 issues and challenges among students in higher education, a psychosocial perspective will be presented in the seminar by me, Dr. Sandhya Kaveri, Principal at Katil Ashok Pai Memorial Institute, Shimoga. To give the introduction of this topic, I'd like to state that the pandemic COVID-19, its widespread has created a lot of problems, not only on health, but also on all spheres of our life globally. The unavoidable lockdown, which happened very suddenly, uh, led to several problems, not only on our work or our functioning, but also affected our psychological conditions. The needful changes brought in lifestyle with the social distancing, avoiding gathering, restricted movements, increased cleanliness, repetitive washing, use of sanitizers and masks not only forced all of us to adjust to the new pattern of life, but also made many to feel stressed as well as anxious or frustrated. The uncertainties about future and financial crisis made many people to think and worry as well as to feel anxious, helpless, hopeless, sad or disgusted. The sudden change which happened worldwide affected the whole community globally. The women, children, laborers, employees, employers, entrepreneurs, families, and even the student fraternity. In one of the surveys published in Chronicles, conducted among the college students, it was shown that about 78% of the students reported educational disruption. Many students, as we all know, are with the uncertainties and they feel that their education is being disrupted. 91% of the students reported that they are feeling highly stressful. 81% feel disappointment or sadness. 80% of them, they reported that they're feeling isolated, neglected, or being left out. The feeling of loneliness is reported by these students. 48% of the students themselves reported about financial setbacks, which would definitely make them to feel anxious or stressed. 60%, 64% of the students worry about their enrollment and admissions to the future education or to the future job. 35% of the students are facing difficulty in adjusting to shift in online classes. Now the mode of learning has been changed. Because of the lockdown, we could not have the regular classes. So we shifted ourselves to online teaching, which had posed some difficulty in adjusting to this new mode by different students. It could be because of network issues, or it could be because of difficulty in getting the comprehension of the subject matter, or it could be difficult in interference related to their attention, concentration, and learning the material put in the online form. So more than 35% of the students have reported difficulty in adjusting to the online classes. Because of all these difficulties in adjusting to the new mode and the new lifestyles, the students, a wide range of students are experiencing difficulties in relation to their psychological conditions. So they experience these kind of wide range of difficulties in their thoughts, feelings, or the reactions. What they are reporting, being a counselor as well as being a mental health professional, along with being principal of the college, I'm getting different calls by different students in relation to their psychological difficulties. To list out a few, they are like this: feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Some of them, they report that they feel stressed, they feel burdened, they feel overwhelmed because of the COVID-19 or because of the lockdown which they are experiencing. Then some of them, they are feeling anxious and they worry or they fear. The anxiety in relation to the infection, the anxiety in relation to the examination, the anxiety and the in relation to the uncertainties related to exam or about the future make them to feel anxious. When they are feeling anxious, they feel tensed in their mind, they experience lot of uh, symptoms in relation to their anxiety in mind as well as in their physical conditions. Some of them, they also report about the racing thoughts, repetitive thoughts in relation to the infections, or they keep worried about their future. Repeated thoughts are also reported by the students. These kind of thoughts are in relation to the infections, especially. One of the students who called me told that her father is a vendor. So whenever her father leaves to his business, she start asking her father, Papa, can you stop this business? Can you take up some other job? Because she feels that by going out, her father may get infected. She also reported that whenever people come home, she starts getting the thought of being infected by them, being contaminated by others. Thus, a repeated thought of getting infection makes her to face difficulty in concentrating in other activities or in studies, etc. So, rate thoughts or repeated thoughts are also reported by the students. Sadness and loss of interest in usual enjoyable activities. Initially, when the holidays are declared, for some days students were able to enjoy this relaxation, but later they found it difficult to concentrate on other activities where otherwise usually they enjoy, like uh, listening to music is of very important activity for many of the teenagers. But after this lockdown or after this COVID-19 effect, some of the students found it difficult even to enjoy listening to music. They say that any activity which otherwise they used to enjoy are now finding difficult for them because they feel sad, they feel hopeless, they feel loss of interest in many of the activities which otherwise they were enjoying. Physical symptoms such as increased heart rate, stomach upset, fatigue, or other uncomfortable situations. There is a category of symptoms which are recognized as psychosomatic in mental health profession. So mental health professionals identify these psychosomatic conditions in among the students because of the stress. When a long-term stress or tension is there, some of them they experience bodily symptoms. These psychosomatic symptoms like difficulties in relation to their appetite, difficulties in relation to their sleep, disturbances of sleep, or uncomfortable situations in relation to their physical or physiological functioning, increased palpitation or heartbeat, headache are commonly reported by the students because of the long-term stress which they are facing. So because of their anxiety, they also report somatic complaints, but having no physical or physiological base. These are called as psychosomatic symptoms, which are also commonly reported by the students nowadays during this COVID-19 period. Some of them, they report restlessness and agitation. These are the common complaints by the elders too, related to their youngsters at home. The youngsters and the teenagers are showing agitation and restlessness because of this anxiety during the COVID-19. One of the family members, the parents, they complained against their children, stating that their children are quite restless. They lost their patience. The students or the youngsters are showing lack of patience at home during this COVID-19. When they are assigned by some work which are very simple one, which the parents expect, for that also these students react or overreact because of the agitation they are facing. It is not that they are unable to do, but they feel agitated, they feel restless for simpler tasks also. It is mainly because of the stress they are facing. Some, they are feeling helpless, they are feeling hopeless, they find it difficult in concentrating in their studies or the reading, they find it difficult to get proper sleep. Some of them, they find difficult to get sleep. Some report difficulty in getting up early. Some report disturbed sleep, feeling disconnected from others. Even though they are into social medias, they have facilities to connect to others, call their friends, etc. The lockdown, which happened very suddenly, made them to feel isolated. When they are regular to college, they get opportunity to meet their friends. They get opportunity to plan something to go out with their friends, with their classmates. They used to go to movies, they used to go to shopping, they used to wander here and there with their friends. They used to sit in the corridors, chat, talk, share, etc. But now that is not happening. This makes them to feel disconnected by others, by their own friends, their own classmates. Lack of opportunity to mingle with others, lack of opportunity to have social gathering, make them to feel lonely and disconnected by others. Because of all these things, feeling apprehensive about going out, about being in the public place is also added for their anxiety. One of the students called and told that she feels apprehensive because she got some problem related to her teeth. She was taken by her parent to a dentist. After coming back, she started feeling that she must have been being contaminated or infected because she went to a public place. So this repeated thought made her to feel apprehensive or fearful. She lost her sleep. She found it difficult to concentrate. She started feeling sad. She also developed guilt for going out along with her father to a health clinic. Thus, all these made her to feel sad as well as anxious. Some students found it difficult to relax. In spite of having ample time in their hands, they were unable to relax because of the apprehension and the fear in the mind or anxiety which they are facing. So these are all few psychological conditions which the students reported when they called for online counseling. Because of the lockdown, because of difficulty in mingling with the social, mingling with the students or the age mates or with the friends, our students are facing difficulties with their mental conditions or the psychological conditions. Coming to causes, to find out the causes for all these things, we can say that it was a very sudden declaration of the holidays. Usually students ask for holidays in between, but the holidays which they got now is very sudden and which was very much unexpected. This unplanned sudden declaration of the holidays and unplanned lifestyle which they had to adjust made them to face psychological difficulties. This holidays did not make them to feel happy, did not allow them to wander anywhere as they wish, did not make them to relax easily. On the other hand, it made them, or it created a challenge to make a new adjustment to a very unplanned lifestyle. It forced them to be away from their friends. It forced them to stay at home without any entertainment outside. So this holiday was not expected and not appreciated by the students, which made them to feel stressed in their mind. At the same time, sudden change in the mode of learning. The holidays suddenly declared. The syllabus was not completed. So it made them to learn with other mode through online. This other mode of learning was very much sudden and very much a challenge to the students, because when they had the opportunity to come to the classroom, they also had the opportunity to discuss with the others. You can now remember how your students usually clarify their doubts. We lecturers, we can understand that many of the students who get doubts with regarding the syllabus do not come to the lecturer directly. Most of them, they have the habit of discussing with their own age mates or their own friends and get clarified with their doubts. But now it is not possible because they are locked in the course. They have to face this online facility. They should listen to the lessons which they are given by their lecturers. They have very less opportunity to clarify their doubts through online. So all this new mode of learning through online posed several difficulties on their learning. Most of the practical learning is not happening. The learning only theoretically poses several challenges. Thus, this new mode of learning through online, as well as giving assignments through online, a deadline created for submission of the assignments through online, all these created some kind of stress on students or among the students. Another big difficulty is the uncertainties which they are facing related to examination, related to the marks, related to grades, the future education, or future placements. For all these, yet we could not find any answers. This uncertainty definitely poses a lot of anxieties among the students. One of our students who already had exam fear or exam apprehension started calling again and again the counselors of the college because he does not know what mode of the examination in the future. He said that if the exams would be in online mode, he just cannot exist because for the normal pattern itself he is finding difficult. Now he says that if the exams would be in online, how it would be? What would be the pattern? All these questions are coming again and again to his mind. Therefore, uncertainties make a group of students to feel anxious in relation to their exams. It is not only the date of the exams, it would also be the mode of examination, because they feel that they have not prepared properly for the examination. So before the exam, if there would be no classes, their fear would be more in relation to the examination. Difficulty in motivating self. We all must have observed that Now the students' motivation level by self is low. Some of the studies proved that the motivation level of the students by self is very low compared to the students about 10 years ago. Earlier, the students used to study for their own sake, but now most of the students study for the sake of the job or for the sake of their elders or for the sake of their parents. Many of the students do not have proper goal which is kept by themselves. So in this period, they have lack of self-motivation. Students who are having less self-motivation are facing now a more or exaggerated lack of self-motivation during this COVID-19 period. Having difficulty in getting motivated by others like teachers or friends or their peers now led to lack of motivation among the students. So this makes them to feel sad, feel helpless as well as feel hopeless. No recognition, no reinforcement for any kind of performance. The college education is not only an education which provides learning only in the curriculum. Lot of extracurricular and co-curricular activities are provided in the college setup, in the college atmosphere. But now such activities are not there. The students who otherwise usually get recognition for their own talents in extracurricular field or in the co-curricular field, like the competitions in relation to sports activities which are not there now, no outdoor activities now, no speech competitions now, there are many students who are not getting any other opportunity to compete or to get recognized in other activities. Usually this is a period from December to March, we find lot of competitions at college level, intercollegiate level, university level, national level, state level, which are going on otherwise. Now the students are not getting any such opportunities where they can show their talent and get recognized. Reinforcement and recognition in one way or the other is very important at this teen age. This makes many students to feel helpless or hopeless or to feel sad or monotonous or disconnected at this period. Unnecessary fears and apprehension. Along with this, lot of news is coming. The bombard news which they are getting through different medias, especially the visual medias or the social medias, make students to feel fearful unnecessarily. Unnecessary fear, due to unnecessary informations and lot of myths which are coming through medias make the students to feel fearful. Even though the students have now access to the social medias, they are into that kind of news which have lot of myths. Even though the students have access to internet, most of them are into social medias which are giving unnecessary news. Along with that, the news which they get from their peers or the age mates or the people who are giving unscientific informations make them to feel apprehensive and fearful, which leads to several psychological problems. One of the students reported that he started feeling fearful and anxious and is unable to get sleep properly, started getting nightmares, very fearful dreams because of the news which he got through his friends. The friends started chatting each other, where lot of information was given which is completely a myth related to this COVID or the corona, made him to feel fearful at night. The small news that this corona has started affecting all the youngsters, especially those who are eating food prepared from outside, it has affected. He got a news through his social media that a person who gives some item, some food item in the form of this Swiggy got affected. This was a myth actually, it was a wrong information, but he got that news from some friend. So it went viral. With that viral news, he started feeling that he must have been affected. He also got affected. So this made him to feel fearful. Overnight he could not sleep. The next day it continued. Even though he got the correct news that the person was not infected, he just could not feel relaxed. His anxiety increased because his mind already became conditioned to that particular anxiety. He started connecting one issue to another and started feeling anxious. Thus, there are many unnecessary fears are coming to are reported by the students, which led to anxiety or feeling disturbed psychological symptoms. Some of the students are reporting interpersonal conflict. One student told that he, soon after the holidays declared, came home with a very happy mood because after a long time he wished to spend good time at family. He is studying in some technology college and he is staying in the hostel. He came home because of the holidays declared. He wished that he would spend good time with the parents. But after coming home, he found it difficult to stay at home because the parents fight each other. The severe conflict between father and mother made him to feel frustrated, made him to feel sad at home. Because when they fight each other, the parents fight each other, they also started accusing the son. The mother started blaming the father with the son. The father started blaming the mother with the son. Between the fight, the son became the scapegoat. He says that he now prayed for going back to the hostel. He does not want to be with the parents for any longer period of time because he feels frustrated because of the fight between the parents. In another family, the siblings fight. The brother and the younger brother fight to the extent that they hit each other. Because of the fight, they just cannot sit and feel relaxed. After the fight, the anxiety increases. In another family, one of the student called and told that whenever he wants to play with the youngsters, those who are in their 10th standard, in their SSLC, the father comes and warns, telling that he is not having anything to study. He is already spoiled. Now you are in your turning point of 10th standard. Why do you play with your brother? Don't play with him. He is already spoiled. So he feels lonely. He feels neglected as he is not able to spend time with his siblings happily. Thus, the conflicts at home makes many students to feel sad, depressed, anxious, etc. Along with that, as you all know, now many families are facing financial crisis. The students also are being affected by the family's financial crisis. Financial crisis due to loss of job, financial crisis due to financial loss of business, financial crisis because of the difficulty in staying in one place, financial difficulties because of the health issues are also affecting the students' fraternity. Now you must have observed many of the students who are belonging to poor families or lower economic families have already started going to work in their farms or in others' farms. They are going as coolies, which again is a great threat for continuing their education. There would be lot of dropout rate if the financial crunch continues to affect the students' fraternity. Increased mental health issues among those who are already having the problem. It is said that about 1 to 2% of the students in higher education are already facing mental health issues. Mental health issues like anxiety, exam phobia, depression, or severe mental health problems, or obsessive compulsive disorders, some having drugs or alcohol issues. All these are facing now more difficulties due to this COVID-19 period. It could be because of the stress which they are facing, uncertainties which they are facing, or it could also be because of non-availability of the health facilities as they wish. Because of difficulty in traveling, many of them who otherwise were taking medicines for their mental health problems have discontinued. Because of difficulty in purchasing or accessing the mental health facilities due to financial crisis, their problems must have increased now. Difficulty in accessing the services, mental health services for their real problems made them to have more difficulties during lockdown. So all these are few causes which could be listed out for the psychological issues and challenges which the students fraternity is facing during this lockdown period. Now coming to the intervention. So now it is a challenge in front of the educational institutions as well as the teachers to help our students to face their psychological issues during this COVID-19 period. So what the educational institutions can do? The educational institutions mainly need to establish or set up a counseling center. As you all know, UGC have already prescribed that each educational institution should have a counseling center to help the students. Now it is a right time for all the institutions which do not have the such counseling facility to have a proper counseling center by appointing or hire a qualified counselor or social worker who can address the psychological needs of the student. So each university and each college or institution should have a counseling center or counseling cell to help the psychological issues of the students. Establishing and strengthening online helpline services at the university and college level. As the students cannot approach directly the counseling centers now during lockdown period, it is very important to start online helpline service. If the helpline service is there, the students can have such access openly at any time or at any period of their crisis. Having a subcommittee of experts comprising senior psychotherapists, social workers, legal advisors, psychiatrists, family counselors, etc. So in the counseling cell, it is not only the counselors who should work, there should be a subcommittee of experts. These experts in the subcommittee can help either the counselor or the student directly when the problems have some extra or requiring experts help. For example, when a student comes with anxiety, it may not be only the anxiety which is in relation to COVID-19. On the other hand, the students may have some personality factor which make the student to feel anxious every now and then. Then a psychotherapist help may be required. Or when a student is having some financial crisis or family problem, the counselor will come to know that the student needs some resource or the support from outside or from the community. The social worker, if is there in the committee, can help the student or the counselor to have such link with the community resource. Or if a student reports some legal issues in relation to one's anxiety, then if a legal advisor is there in the community, the counselor can access such service. When a student reports some family issues, it is always better to refer a family counselor or family therapist. This could be because of two reasons. One, the counselor may not have such vast time with the self to give to the student to give expert help or long-term therapy or counseling. So the counselor can act as a first aid service provider, whereas expert can give the expertise which requiring long duration of therapy or long duration of help. Therefore, setting an expert committee is also very important. Mentoring by lecturers. It is a right time to have mentorship through the lectures. Some of the universities have already given a circular to each institution to have mentorship program. We, being a very new college, Kutil Ashok Pai Memorial Institute, from the beginning itself, we have this mentorship program in our college. A group of students is given in the hand of a lecturer to provide mentorship. These mentors, who are the lecturers or the teachers in the institution, build a special rapport with the students, talk to them individually, and try to identify any issues in relation to their psychological condition or the exam preparation or to the study habit or anything of their life. Thus, the mentors will be able to identify the issues because of the close and the confidential relationship which they develop with the students. Mentors go beyond their teaching student relationship. They go beyond their relationship of as a teacher with the student. On the other hand, they become a mentor. Being the mentor, they become a special emotional supporter to the student by addressing and identifying some psychological issues in the students. Such lecturers who become the mentors use their empathetic attitude. They try to put themselves in the student position during this period and try to understand the situation of the student. They provide genuine understanding to the students. They also show their non-judgmental and non-condemning attitude. When we are the lecturers or the teachers, there are chances that we condemn the student or we criticize the student with the very idea of changing the student behavior. But when we become mentors, we have to be very careful that we show non-judgmental attitude or non-condemning attitude towards the student to understand their deep psychological issues. It is also very important that we talk to them confidentially because as you all know, teenagers have a big apprehension about leakage of the information with others. We should not share any of their secrecies with others or secrets with others. Keeping confidentiality is very, very important when we act as mentors. Thus, with the basic skills, we can develop a very good relationship, very good trustworthy and warm relationship with the students so that we can have mentorship with the students to identify their psychological issues. Then, during this COVID-19 period, to deal with their psychological stress, we being the elders and the lecturers, we can think of providing lot of activities through online which would help them to learn as well as to feel relaxed. So involving in different kinds of activities of learning. For example, giving some uh, platform to discuss the issues in the subjects. Instead of giving lecturing, we can make them to bring their discussion to the platform, which would make them more interesting in learning. We can make them to prepare some videos and present it in the online platform, which would make them to feel interested or initiated to learn the new things. So inventing new form of activities and bring it to the online platform to exchange the ideas in relation to learning would make them to actively participate in the learning new learning through new mode, that is through online. Instead of restricting their gadget use, we can make them to use this gadget to help them to have good psychological condition. For example, in our college, we have started one theatre activity. One of our lecturer, luckily, is very good expert in theatre activities. He had done his diploma in theatre as well, along with his MSW. He is a BSW faculty. He started one online program which is known as Rangamancha. Through this activity, he started sharing his ideas about dramatics. A group of students took initiation to come to this platform, share their ideas, learn dramatics, learn enacting through online. Thus, a quite good enough time of the day is used in learning a very good activity. It also motivated them. It also helped them to bring down their anxiety in relation to this uncertainty. Thus, some creative activity can be planned through the educational institutions and by the lecturers to make our students to have some activities to have good mental condition in spite of the stress which they are facing. Link between students and counseling cell. The lecturer or the mentors need to be a link between the counseling cell and the students. So whenever needed, whenever the students report some difficulties which is beyond your guidance being lecturers, which is beyond your intervention being lecturers, you need to refer them to the counseling cell or to the counselor. Identifying and training peer educators. The special characteristics of the adolescent, one of the very special characteristic of the adolescent is that they belong to the peers. Peers are the close friends. They feel comfortable in their own groups. They feel comfortable with their own age mates. So we need to understand that. So during this period, it's very important to address their peer needs. helping them to have their own peer groups and exchange, allowing them to exchange their ideas, not only in relation to the subject matter, but also in relation to their psychological issues, will help them to come out of this psychological stress. Among the peer group, try to identify one as a leader and help them to get training in dealing the psychological issues of their own friends. They can be recognized as peer educator. So if you give good information to handle stress, or if you give good training in handling stress to this peer educator will spread the message among their own peers. Thus, our purpose will be served through the peer educator to address the psychological issues or the stress of others in the group. This is how you can train up the peer educators. Providing career guidance. Many students are now uncertain about their future jobs. So giving guidance through online in relation to their career guidance is very important. So establish a platform where you can train a few skills in relation to their future career, like facing interview or developing etiquette for the profession, developing professional attitude and the approach. These issues can be discussed through online platform which will help them to prepare themselves for the career in future. Also sharing some information in relation to the training programs of career or information in relation to the appointments and the employment opportunities. Sharing information in relation to the higher education would help them to have proper guidance for their future career. Involving in studies in the form of discussions and interaction. Rather than giving or performing lecture sessions, sending video and audio lectures, making them to discuss through online, making them to have some interactions in the online platform would give them more confidence in relation to their learning and thereby would bring down their anxiety posed due to uncertainties. This is how being educational institutions, being part of the educational institutions, we can involve in helping the students to bring down their anxieties. Now, how the students can come out of this? So, few of the tips I have listed out in these slides, which you can share this with the students who really face anxieties or who are really facing stress and psychological difficulties. First of all, help the students to accept their feelings. Tell them that because of the uncertainties, because of the new mode of lifestyle, almost all of us are facing psychological difficulties. So it is normal for each and everyone to have some psychological feeling of disgust, sadness, or anxiety, or fear during this crisis period. So make them to understand that it is normal to experience such feelings of anxiety during any kind of crisis. If they do not accept, they feel panic or they feel anxiety about their own feelings. Why I am not getting proper sleep? Why I am not able to concentrate? These doubts will make them to feel more anxious. So help them to understand that feeling such anxiety to a certain extent is normal when one is facing crisis. Second one is practicing self-care. Help them to understand the need of self-care in the form of strengthening one's own immune system. Educate them that facing the infection of COVID is only possible through strengthening one's immune system. How to strengthen one's immune system? You can give them the tips in relation to their lifestyle, related to the food habit as well as with the exercise. Along with that, help them to understand why emotional reserves is also very important, because this uncertainty is not a smaller duration of time. It may continue for some more days or some more months. So keeping one's emotional quotient to the high is also very important. They have to adjust with their family members. They have to have their self study. They have to keep their self motivation high. They have to have their immune system strong. For all these things, they should have good emotional quotient. Adjustment and adaptation with the new mode of life requires a good emotional quotient. It is not only one's IQ is important, it is also one's EQ or emotional quotient, emotional balance, which is also very important. To have one's emotional quotient strong, one should have some technique to manage their emotions, help them to have such technique to manage their emotions. Find activities that can engage different parts of self. Make them to understand that the self is not just the physical entity. It has psychological, social, spiritual, ethical entity too. So help them to understand that self has different aspects. It is a comprehensive aspects of different aspects. We have thinking, feeling, and actions. We have sensations with us. So satisfying all these aspects of self is very important to keep the self healthy. So keep ourselves healthy in relation to our personality require addressing different aspects of the self. One such important aspect is our sensations. Our visual, our auditory, and our physical sensations are very important part of our life. So help the students to understand how one can satisfy one's self and sensations in a right mode. For example, dancing. Dancing is not only an activity to relax our mind, it is a very important activity to satisfy our physical sensation. Watching a movie or watching anything good is not only a change of activity or a time passing activity. It's a very important activity of satisfying our visual sensation. So help the student to understand, plan such activities in a right manner, in a healthy manner to satisfy one's sensations. Thus, educate the student how important it is to address the psychological needs of the self. Find ways to focus. Now, the students have difficulty in concentrating with their studies because earlier they used to come to college or come to their schools. They had fixed a timetable for their learning. Now they are at home. One day they feel like studying, another day they may not feel like studying. They feel like relaxing by themselves, which make them to feel disfocused from their studies. Help them to focus on their studies. For this they can have their smaller timetable, as though they are in their study mode. They can fix their timetable, fix their schedules, which help them to focus better. They can also be helped to focus with the certain steps of for study, like making notes, preparing assignments, giving presentations, etc. will help them to focus better in their studies. Give opportunities for them to give presentations in the online platform rather than teaching and learning mode. This will make them to focus in their studies. Tell them that they may feel unmotivated. Tell them that there are many techniques to motivate them, motivate by themselves. So discuss the ways with which they can motivate themselves. If they establish a routine, at the end of the day, they will feel confident about themselves, which will help them to have good motivation and self-esteem. When they have good esteem, the next day will be self-motivated. So help them to understand why establishing a routine is very important to make themselves confident about themselves. Try to create a separate workspace, reserve sleeping area for sleeping only. Nowadays, many parents complain that the youngsters are shabby. They do not use the space for their study. Some students themselves complain that their homes or their family members do not allow them to have a separate space or place for their study. Help them to understand the importance of such place or the surrounding or the environment, which helps them to focus better. At the same time, make them to seek social support when they are in difficulty. Make them to understand how sharing with the elders or with the family members would help them to have good social support in dealing with their psychological issues. Help others to cope. So it is not only the students should feel supported or get the support, but also motivate them to support others. Find, help them to find ways where they can extend their hands to others. Develop their own groups of helping others in the society. How they themselves sitting at home can help others, can give support to others need to be discussed with the youngsters. This is how they can make use of their time fruitfully as well as build the society, contribute to the society. Few of our students were involved in a platform, in online platform to educate the youngsters who would face the exams in the near future. A platform is created where our students of the college start, started giving tuition in English to the students, PU students who will be facing their PU exams in the near future. So with this, our students spent time fruitfully. Also, they started feeling confident about themselves. They extended helping hand to others with which they felt satisfied. Find ways to manage disappointments. Give ray of hopes. Develop ray of hopes among themselves is very important. This is a period which need to be faced by all. This is not the end of any life or time. This is a challenge in front of each one of us. Therefore, this need to be faced with a good ray of hope. We should maintain our hopefulness for the future phase of life. So help them to understand and manage their disappointments. Limits media consumption. We all elders feel that our youngsters are more on their net consumption. Discuss with the students why they should minimize their consumption. On the other hand, motivate them to make use of the consumption for their learning and for their own development. Focus on things one can control. There are many things which they cannot control. They cannot control the crisis situation which is posed outside. They cannot control many of the financial difficulties which they are facing right now. They cannot control the virus because it's a human virus which may continue for much more days or much more months, but they can control their own thoughts, they can control their own feelings, they can control their own feelings. All of us can control our own mind and our own behaviors. Help people to understand what they can control and help people to focus on what they control rather than what they cannot control. So rather than spending time on discussing when this corona would end, how this corona would end, try to focus on how we can manage and how we can live in this crisis with more healthy and happy mood for the future's sake. So uncertainty and ambiguity can't be controlled, but we can focus on solving immediate problems. What is right now can be resolved than thinking and worrying about the future. So let us all focus on what need to be resolved today rather than focusing on unnecessary or unavoidable things which is quite uncertain in the future. Let us all understand that it is social distance which is important. It is not the social disconnection. Social distance means only physical distance from others. But being social animals, being social beings, it is very important to be socially connected for being psychologically happy and healthy. So let us have all access, let us make use of all access than the social physical nearness, all other access to be connected to each other. Let us understand each other, let us support each other, let us work together in spite of the social physical distance by connecting each other and face this crisis with togetherness. Let us connect each other psychologically and work as total human fraternity worldwide in facing this crisis. So, we need to help our student fraternity being elders and being responsible persons in the educational institution, because this social student fraternity has to continue with their education and with their development to build a new society or to build a future society. So the COVID-19 or the lockdown should not be a problem in continuing the education of a single student. That is the main responsibility, not only on the student or the family. That is the main responsibility of all of us being the citizens of this country, being the human fraternity of this important planet, that is the earth planet. So let us make a good fraternity all together and work for the continuing of the education for each student. Let us support each student psychologically and socially to continue their education. With this, I conclude and I thank each one of you for being participated and being involved in this webinar. So with this, I conclude and I wish a happy and healthy future for each delegate of this webinar. Thank you.